Hello everyone, Starving Electrician here, famished electrician. Today I'm going to just show a lot of the products, handy products that electricians use, and a few tips, little tricks that we use as well. So I'm going to run through them, try to run through them as fast as I can, try to get as many in as I can because there's hundreds of them, but we'll do 5 or 6 little tricks of the trade. So the first trick I'm going to show you is what we do with a hole saw. Anybody ever uses a hole saw, you know that once you puncture the steel, if you go too fast, it catches and pops through, and it'll wrench your wrist and then bend the drill bit, as well as the teeth will pop off of here, off of the hole saw itself. So let me show you a quick trick what we do with a hole saw. Rather than just drilling straight down into the middle of the plate like we talked about, what do we use? 1/4 inch fender washer. Put it right where you need to drill, okay? Drill it out. Boom. Now for cutting holes, hole saw is good. Always go slow, don't go so fast. You go fast, it heats up and then it's not sharp anymore. So that's a quick tip if you're not using oil and stuff like that, which most electricians don't. They just go ahead and drill it out, whatever, and let the boss pay for the other ones, or the other ones that are to come. The other ones that we use are these beauties. These ones got sent to me by Ideal. Thank you, Ideal. They send me lots of good stuff. I love them. But it's twice as, they last 2 times as long, and they cut to 2 times faster. Now, if you look at these, look real close, okay? The bit itself is tapered. Now, the last trick I showed you was going through a 1/4 inch fender washer so we don't damage the drill bit or anything like that. So, and it saves your wrist. This being tapered, it's like its own little pilot bit, and then it's got this little springy job right here that it'll help you from not jamming right through and mess up the blades. I don't know if you can see these blades. It's carbide. It's hardened steel. Yeah, they're a little bit more money, but they last a whole lot longer. And these don't jump around on you because they cut you. You can go twice as slow and they cut twice as fast because they're so sharp. It's all sharpened. So let me show you how these work. Okay, let's give the carbide bit a try. Easily to replace right there with your Allen wrench. Replace the tip. I really like these. So nice and slow. Yeah. You see how it went in? It didn't go in as quick, and then it just. So you don't have any slop for your connectors. Now let me show you another thing. Another handy item that we have is this magnetic burr collector. It's another one from Ideal, so I just say go to their website, and lots of good stuff. But this collects all the burrs from when you're drilling out a hole with a hole saw or what have you on top of the panel, so it doesn't go into any sensitive equipment. Now remember what we had here? Here we go. Don't mind the unprofessionalness. It is what it is. It's just your starving electrician in the garage. But we have all that, so question is, where did the rest of it go? Into the panel. So, but this will collect every one of those steel shavings. So let me show you how this one works. Please excuse the shaky camera work. I'm just an electrician in the garage. So here we go. Take a look at this. Without getting into a lot of time drilling this out. But take a look at what the end result is, though. So all the shavings are in the shaving collector, right inside there. Let's see, we're at about 99.9% caught. I mean, this right here, yeah, this is the one that you need to have in your toolbox. So this is a good one. So again, this is from Ideal. I don't have an official name here, but I'm sure it's easy enough to find, or just Google those words from Ideal, shaving collector, what have you. But that is awesome. All right, let me show you a couple other tips and tricks that we do as electricians, different little gadgets that we have that make your life a whole lot easier. Okay, a real quick one that we have are these boxes. Now these are used, they've got a little bracket on them. They go around the stud. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying my best for you guys here. If you're ever, wiring your kitchen, these are where they are just a necessity, because you can get tiled over, drywalled, everything else. They'll get buried. So what these have is an adjustable box. Push it in, or drill in, and then they come out. They can come out, well, even further. You're talking 2-3 inches. These are so they don't get buried. I mean, a lot of times, especially if you're working on the job and you got drywallers on there, they don't, they don't care about you. You see when they route the drywall inside the box, they chew up your wires, they really don't care. But, oh well. But this ensures that they won't do that. And secondly, when they tile over your stuff and then you don't have your opening, somehow you have to cut around that to be able to get your receptacle in there. So this is invaluable for inside a kitchen. Okay, I'm using an extension ring so you can see, not because I don't have a box in the truck. Let me adjust the camera for you here. But this is a really good trick. You have your wire harness, of course, 7 yellow wires, with green tape. Oh yeah, that's what you usually have. Anyway, so you're coming up out of your pipe, and especially when you're up high, you hear that, you're dragging it across the edge, and then you may make a short or something or other in the wire because of it. Especially when it's high, either that or you're lifting up and it's just really hard to do. I mean, it's a workout, and you get a set of guns. What are you going to do? But if you haven't got the guns like Daddy, this doohickey right here, it's got rollers on all the sides, and it's universal. Fits 4 11/16 boxes, 4-inch square. You screw it on, and let me go get the wire. Of course, I dropped it. And then coming up, nice and smooth. Or if you're on the side, you got to pull it on the side to get it out. This is like having an apprentice. But the apprentice, this can't go get you tacos. So real quick, I'm in my garage. I don't have a lot of the things out on the job. Semi-retired, so I'm not on the job a lot. So I can't do a lot of examples. Forgive me. So I can only tell you about some of the tools. The other is this. I just recently got this a year ago. It's a square shank, like screwdriver. Inside the panels, for the neutrals and the grounds and even the breakers, they are made for this. I mean, for years it's just a screwdriver and slipping out. If the screwdriver is too big, in between the screws on the terminal for the New Year's, because it's coming up, the neutrals and the grounds, a big screwdriver gets bound up. Got to put a thinner screwdriver. If they're tight, it just pops right off. You can't get any grip. This is worth its weight in gold, and I believe every electrician should have this. It's ridiculous if you don't. Yet another item that Ideal sent to me. Some people hate me, but Ideal thinks I'm cool, I guess. This bender here, okay? It has an adjustable catch where you can adjust to where you want your bend to end up at. 30-degree bend. It's perfect every time for your offsets. I mean, it's perfect. A lot of people say, well, I bend my own. I got a good enough eye for this. And I get it. Me too. I've never used this before. I've also never used a box offset machine. I've seen them once. Never used them. But if I had one, if Ideal sent me one, I'd be using that, because I guess you just step on it, makes a perfect offset every time. This makes a perfect bend every time, perfect offset, perfect saddles, 4-point saddles, stuff like that. Just feel like your stuff looking nice and perfect every single time. So let me show you how I use it. Beginner, intermediate, professional. Maybe you should know, maybe everybody knows, but I'm doing a 30-degree offset. Okay, I want a 3-inch offset. So the multiplier for that is 2 inches. So 2 times 3 is 6. Our marks are 6 inches in between. Let's stick it in my Ideal degree perfect bender and see how she comes out, shall we? Okay, as we've seen before, we set it to 30 degrees. That's where our stopper is. You're going to run parallel with a 30-degree bend. Stick my first notch in here. Okay, bend her down, and boom, I got stopped. I can't go any further. Flip it around. Right here. Take a look down the front of it. Make sure we're running parallel, not dogged. Boom, got stopped. And there we are. Looks pretty good to me. Yep, perfect bend every time. So, yeah, this was nice to have. Just put it in your van. I like it. And thanks, Ideal. Well, last but not least, my favorite tool on the van. Boom. The folding stick rule. People are like, oh, you got the old man ruler? No, old school ruler. We know a little something. But rather than extending my measuring tape out 6 feet and it bends or this or that, I unfold her. I mean, I'm perfect. Every time, doesn't bend, you know. I can get my measurements and it fits in your back pocket. Fold it up when you're done. I mean, this right here is amazing. Once again, it's taco time. Whenever my wife says she's hungry, and she suggested this new place. I guess it's new, Bello de Taco. I think it means beautiful tacos, like the bell of the ball or something like that. La Bella. I think it means beautiful, but I mean, look at that. Oh man. Whew, I can hardly wait. I mean, it just looks, I mean, so authentic. I mean, I'm hearing mariachi music in my head as I'm opening this. All right. That's garbage. I just didn't go run and get any tacos for this taco time. But thank you for watching. There's plenty more gadgets and stuff like that. I really appreciate y'all. It's 2024, Christmas in a few days. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and then keep watching for more and more videos. I ain't stopping, won't stop.